Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped and welcome to the Goodwood Festival of Speed 2023. Now behind me is the central feature of this year's Goodwood Festival of Speed, and it plays a backdrop to this video really. I'm here with Porsche for the whole event. It's actually Sunday afternoon. We've had quite an eventful few days, but all of that started way back on Tuesday evening when we met up, myself, Joe and Pat, with a team of Porsche and a huge production crew to film the reveal video for Porsche and the central feature that's behind me. What transpired that evening, we started off at 7 o'clock in the evening, finished at 3 o'clock the next morning. I got to drive the new Spyder RS and it was really very special, so let's take a peek behind the scenes and see what that evening was all about. I'm driving. You're driving 20 miles per hour. I know, I can't drive it fast and I can't tell anyone I'm doing it, but apart from that, it's going to be minor issues. So, we are here with Porsche. We're filming the reveal video for the central feature. Myself and Joe and Pat have been invited to be part of this very special shoot. There is a huge crew. We've got 3 cars, so I'm going to be driving the brand new Spyder RS in what Will did everything. That was going to happen. Joe's in a 911 Dakar, and then I think we've got Rob from Porsche in the Cayenne Sport Turismo GTS. And the premise of the film is we're going to drive up the famous Festival of Speed hill climb with a drone above each car shining a light, and we're going to converge on the central feature. And I've got to drive the Spyder RS, but I can't tell you what it's like to drive because it's under embargo until, like, you know, the middle of next year. Yeah, I'm about to drive a Spyder RS. I mean, for me, this is my ultimate Porsche without even thinking about it. Cayman GT4 RS is perfect, but it's got a roof. It's got although, interestingly, this roof is a real pain to take down because there's no motors in it at all, unlike the Spyder. It's completely manual, which is why it's up. I think I'm getting called into the car. Oh, bummer. Here we go.
Drone team, sorry for today, we're bringing the car around.
Welcome to my house for Festival of Speed. Oh, we're on Ped's.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Ped's video. What, you want me to run down what's going on outside?
Yeah.
At the moment, it looks like organised chaos, if I'm being honest. I'll tell you what, though. I hope this does make it into the final cut of Ped's video, because whenever you work with big production teams, and I mean big, like TV and stuff, you do start to appreciate what, as a one-man or sometimes two-man, if I'm working with Pat, can achieve. There goes Ped now, look, with the blue light. And I'm sure this 30-second clip's going to be absolutely mega, but there's honestly 100 people out there and cameras and people everywhere. It really makes you appreciate what you can do as a one-man band. And there's a lot less faffing around, because you know what, when you're working on your own, you know most of the time what's going on. Anyway, let's go out there and see what Ped's up to.
Before we get in trouble, quick comment so far?
Yes, the slowest Spyder RS review ever. Maximum 20 kilometers an hour.
Sorry, Patrick, I need you out the way for this one now. Sorry, mate. Thank you.
It's recorded.
Mate, how was that?
It's wicked. I actually got to give it a bit of beans. Took it up to about 8,000 RPM. Obviously you can't tell you driving impressions, but yeah, very cool, very cool. It's just to be part of this shoot. I mean, you've got the central feature at the moment, doing all the light display. You've got the biggest drone in the world flying above your head. Oh, yeah, roger that, Spyder, going into position now. I've got to go on back, do some work now.
I think that's a wrap, mate.
It's a wrap! It's Joe's turn now. Yes, that night shoot was certainly a great way to start my Festival of Speed. On Wednesday, we recorded an episode of the Drive Talk podcast with Porsche at the Porsche Cafe with a central feature behind. If you haven't listened to that, I'll put a link above to the YouTube video, well worth watching, or just search Drive Talk podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We then came back on Thursday when Festival of Speed starts for real, and we've been very fortunate, or I've been very fortunate, to be invited by Porsche to drive a number of cars up the hill during the festival. And I started off with the brand new Porsche Cayenne S Coupe, and it was a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. So, we've been at this a long time. This is Patrick from the podcast, by the way.
Hey guys.
So I dragged him along as a passenger.
Very kind of you. Thank you very much for the helmet as well.
Yeah, he's borrowing my lid.
Yeah, it's nice, this one.
We've been here, we've been actually getting ready for this run since 9 o'clock this morning when we arrived at the track, and it's now 2 o'clock, or 10 past 2, and we haven't gone yet. There's been a hold on the track because the Ioniq 6 race car basically just went on at Morecambe.
It seemed either have brake failure or something happened, but it went straight through, what was it, 4 to 5 bales,
oh,
we
mate,
think?
that was bad. That was worse than Chris Hoy. So we are about to go up. So this is the new Cayenne S Coupe. It's got a V8 petrol engine in it, 480 horsepower, I think. I'm in Sport Plus. We're going full send off the line.
I've got a grab handle down here just in case.
Yeah.
And one up here, so I feel safe.
Glass up, aerodynamics. We got Charlie Cooper in front, which is really cool.
And you've also got no excuses because it is bone dry and sunny now.
Yeah,
it was raining on the way here, if you remember.
Yeah. Oh, it was raining like a good one.
Yeah. So you're going to do a rolling burnout, right? Like everybody else?
Oh yeah, four-wheel drive, yeah. This car, beautiful. It's in Porsche Racing Green Metallic. It's a £10,000 option.
Yeah.
How many options has this got on it?
It's got like 68,000 euros worth of options. Makes it 168,000 euros in total.
Wow. But it's very quiet because it doesn't have the racing exhaust.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll tell you what, butterfly's going now. Here we go.
That picks up well.
Oh, it's quick, isn't it?
Whoa.
Whoa.
It's fast, this thing.
It's fast, isn't it?
It's deceptive. It's like 150 kilometers an hour there.
What did they say? Brake hard and turn left into Morecambe?
Yeah, you got to make sure you brake for this one. Do you know what? It sounds a lot better under load as well.
Yeah. We're going to catch up Charlie, look. Flint wall.
Whoa.
Big car, flint wall.
It's almost like you've done this before, mate.
Yeah. Oh, it's fast, this car.
It is fast.
Jesus. Here we go.
Wow.
Nearly 150 over the line.
Jeez. That was mega, mate. Well done. What a ride.
That was good, right?
Thank you very much. Wow.
It's fast.
It's very fast.
Like, really, it didn't. I mean, we're in a Cayenne.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one of the quickest cars I've driven up here, to be fair.
That was mega.
Now behind me, they're just getting ready for the 75th anniversary of Porsche moment that takes place in front of the house. But on Friday, it was my utter privilege to take part in that parade. I was driving the Porsche Cayenne Trans-Siberia, and it was a really, really very special experience. So, driving to the assembly area, I've got Harry Metcalfe in front of me in a Porsche 959, but the car in front of that is the first ever Porsche, and the car behind me is the 1,000,000th Porsche. So this is the 75th anniversary parade. We're basically going to go up the hill, turn around, come back down again, and then converge on the central, around the central feature outside the house, but surrounded by crowds. The weather's not helping us today. Is my mate. This is quite a good view. First Porsche 959, 1,000,000th Porsche, and me in the middle.
Put the suspension up, you get an even better view.
How do you do that? Hold on. Comfort.
Yeah, that one. Full Dakar spec. All the way up.
All the way up.
I just keep tapping it. That's it. That's what
Am I in Dakar spec now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put the lights on.
How'd you put them top ones on? There you go. I'm now lifted. I'm raised. My full off-road mode. Yeah, this is the bit when you drive through the crowds. To be here is a real pinch me moment. It's an honour and a privilege to be part of this parade. Yeah, very cool. So the next time I see you, I'll be on the start line, I think. Okay, we're very nearly at the start. The rain's backed off a bit. It's still drizzling. I'm in my full race suit. I was told just basically wear it just in case they needed to kind of swap me into something else. So I do feel a bit overdressed, but oh well. You can't come to Goodwood and not wear a race suit if you're going to drive up the hill. At least once. So a pretty cool selection of cars in front. All the race cars have gone. The noises they'll be making. I don't envy any of the guys driving a race car today, to be honest. It's very slippy. So this Trans-Siberia, I've literally driven it from the paddock, so I don't really know a great deal about how it's going to drive. It's a demo run. I'm not going to be driving it fast by any means. I'm just going to enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the experience. Enjoy watching Harry Metcalfe in front in a 959. That's pretty cool. So this is quite a different kind of vibe really, because I'm very close to Harry in front. It's not really a pushing on kind of run at all. It's more of a gentle demonstration. In fact, I'm not even sure I need to be wearing a helmet, but hey, I'd rather do that anyway. She's got a bit of go, this old girl. Gets so much attention. Look at the crowds today, even though it's raining, braking hard for Morecambe. Don't want to be doing an Ionic round here, that's for sure. It's really weird, you're kind of waving at people on the way up. You don't normally do that. Easily the most sedate run I've ever done up the Festival of Speed hill climb. There you go. The slowest run. No hill climb record there. Very cool though. Very, very cool. Now we make our way back down the hill, waving at all the marshals because they do an awesome job. Massive shout out to the Goodwood marshals. Always make sure I go up and say thank you to them for their efforts. Just mega. So the idea, what we do now, which I've never done before, that was a real parade lap, so it wasn't anything taxing, but we now drive back down the hill after waving at everybody, and we park up outside the central feature, or around the central feature outside the house, and there's a big moment. There's basically music and fireworks. Awesome, absolutely awesome. Look at this, wow. This is special. This is proper special. Very cool. Very cool. Should we park up behind this Skull Bandit just here? Look at that. That's just wicked. Absolutely wicked. So far then I've had a pretty good Festival of Speed, and now it's time for my last activity. It's actually 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, the latest I've ever been still on site at Festival of Speed, but I'm still here because I've been offered the dream way to finish Festival of Speed this year. I'm going to be driving the 911 992 Dakar up the hill in the first glance batch. Let me just very briefly show you around the car. It's an absolutely mega spec, and then we'll jump on board for my final run. This thing, my good buddy Joe drove it on Thursday, raved about it. How cool does that look with the roof rack and the fuel cans and the sand ladders on the roof? Absolutely mega. And my helmet will be getting some action yet again. Well, here we go. We've had to wait a long time for that. Now just off camera is Ruth from Porsche, so if you hear screaming, it's not me.
I'll try not to.
Okay. We've had to wait a long time. It's now 7:20 in the evening on Sunday. Unreal. Start getting a bit nervous now.
Yeah.
Good sign. Good sign.
It is. I think you need to sometimes. That's good.
60,
I'm not.
There's only 60,000 people watching. It'll be fine.
I know, exactly, yeah. Yeah. You got this. We've got this.
much. I was concentrating.
Brilliant. I know, but it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
So there you go. We are now at the top of the hill, surrounded by supercars, racing cars, hypercars, and the 911 Dakar. I want to say a massive thank you to Porsche Cars GB for
their generosity over the last few days. It's been amazing to spend so much time with them, to drive 3 of their cars up the hill here at the Goodwood Festival of Speed, to finish up with that run. I know I didn't say very much, but you know, I was concentrating on not crashing. But yeah, that was pretty quick, to be honest. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there because it's a late night, we want to get home. But if you enjoyed that, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. And I'll see you on the next film. You take care, guys. Drive safe.